Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Louisville Automation and Robotics Research Institute. I had to check my notes to make sure I got that right. That's why we call it Larry. Welcome. We've got some exciting news today that's going to impact the manufacturing sector throughout our entire state. To tell you more, I'd like to introduce our president, Dr. Kim Schatzel.
Thank you, John. Thank you, everybody, for being here. It's really my honor to be able to announce a transformative support initiative for Kentucky's manufacturing community. The Kentucky Manufacturing Extension Partnership, which is based right here at U of L, has secured $8 million in state-appropriated funds for the Kentucky MEP Catalyst Equipment Matching Program. Some of you, yes, we can do a round of applause for that, yes. The Kentucky MEP will put these funds to work to help advance Kentucky's manufacturing businesses, and especially focused on small and medium-sized businesses. Some of you may know that I spent 20 years in manufacturing, and in fact, my first job was a second-shift trim foreman making Pintos for Ford Motor Company. Don't be adding those years up to know how old I am, I have to tell you that. But I spent 20 years in manufacturing, and as I was describing, I was a shop rat. I made round things rounder and flat things flatter for a long time, working for Ford as well as Borg-Warner. So I can tell you this really speaks to me in terms of the work that's done, as well as the support that we can be able to provide for the manufacturing sector within Kentucky. Through the Kentucky MEP, the $8 million we are announcing today will provide up to 50% matching funds for Kentucky's manufacturers to help invest in cutting-edge technologies like automation, robotics, as you see, as well as additive manufacturing. And this isn't just money. This is not just dollars or just funding. It's a catalyst for the innovation that we want to be able to support. It provides for the fact that our industry will be more competitive, it will grow, and it will have a global impact. So we are very excited to have this happen and to be able to support our manufacturers in a technology-driven sector. And as I said, with someone who has a background such as mine, I'm really proud that we can offer these incentives and these initiatives and be able to partner with all of these firms and with these individuals. I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to our legislative leaders for their visionary support for this. I especially want to thank Senator Mike Nemes, without whose leadership it's been instrumental in getting this funding. So Mike, this is a shout out to you, and we very much appreciate all the support that he's given as well as the legislative leaders in Frankfort. This investment is going to strengthen this sector, and as I said, focusing on small and mid-sized businesses, so critical in terms of job growth for Kentucky itself. At U of L, we're proud to lead this effort as part of our mission to drive economic development and workforce development across the Commonwealth. This program will help us build on our work for Kentucky MEP and leverages our research as well as our innovation expertise to help empower businesses that are the backbone of the Kentucky economy. I want to tell everybody to please stay and hang out after this to be able to watch the demonstrations. I got kind of a thing for drones, so we'll see if we can be able to see some of those as well. But with that, I'd like to introduce Will Metcalf, who's our Associate Vice President for Research and Innovation, next. Will?
Well, thank you so much, President Schatzel. This is a really exciting day and one I'm personally really proud to be a part of. The manufacturing industry in Kentucky contributes $37 billion to the state's GDP. It employs 500,000 people, or almost 250,000 people across the state. So it's a huge part of our economy. It's the largest single contributor to the state's economy, actually. With this investment, this $8 million investment, we're going to help small, medium-sized manufacturers acquire advanced, cutting-edge, state-of-the-art technology to do things that previously they wouldn't have been able to do. Think robotics, automation, 3D printing. These technologies previously may have been out of reach for some of these companies, and now they're going to be able to access them. And the data speaks for itself. In 2024, the Kentucky MEP helped small and medium-sized manufacturers generate $23 million in new revenue, create or retain 1,200 jobs. And this program is going to help accelerate and amplify those impacts. For example, a small manufacturer might be able to buy a robotic arm, doubling their production efficiency. These are the kinds of outcomes we see every day firsthand through Kentucky MEP's work. And this program is really all about partnership. As President Schatzel mentioned, it leverages U of L's research expertise, Kentucky MEP's industry know-how, small and medium-sized manufacturers' ingenuity, and the state's commitment to driving innovation in a world-class, globally competitive manufacturing economy. And that's what we're all about. So with that, I just want to introduce Scott Broughton, the director of our Manufacturing Extension Partnership.
Thank you, Will. As Will mentioned, my name is Scott Broughton, Executive Director for the Kentucky Manufacturing Extension Partnership here at the University of Louisville. Today we're launching the Kentucky MEP's Catalyst Equipment Match Program for $8 million in state funding. It's a game changer for Kentucky's mid and small manufacturers across the state, and we're extremely proud to have it here at the university, as well as being able to take it out to manufacturers across the state. So here's how the program works. Eligible manufacturers will actually apply for 50% reimbursed back to them upon receipts for investing in advanced technologies. Those technologies can be automation, robotics, AI, additive. Technology is a pretty broad term. So really technology it's really more about what's technology to the manufacturer. So for us, this helps us lower their financial capital equipment risk. More importantly, it allows us to help that manufacturer grow in some meaningful way. And again, meaningful is personal to that individual. So our 2024 metrics, as reported by our clients, as Will mentioned, as of December 13th, we had $23.1 million in new sales, $22.4 million in cost savings. The funding builds on that success, targeting Kentucky manufacturers for companies like Cepeda, JSB. We have several manufacturers in the audience here today, and you'll hear from Cepeda here at Eric here shortly. It's an honor for Kentucky MEP to provide the program on behalf of the people of the Commonwealth, supercharging small and mid-sized manufacturers. To Kentucky manufacturers, well, visit mepcatalyst.com. That is your first step. You need to visit that website. You can learn a little bit more about the program itself. You can apply for that program. And whether you're in Louisville, Paris, Pikeville, or Paducah, you're eligible. This is your program to get involved in. So let's seize that opportunity. Let's grow and keep Kentucky manufacturing strong, and let's make a difference. Now I'd like to introduce Eric Taylor, President of Cepeda Associates, one of the recipients of the Catalyst Equipment Match Program.
Good afternoon. I am Eric Taylor from Cepeda Associates. We are a 100% employee-owned company that's been in Kentucky for almost 50 years. We produce mission-critical equipment for the U.S. submarine fleet, and in the last 5 years since we relocated across the interstate from U of L, we've grown from about 40 employees to right at 100 employees. Being able to leverage these matching funds to purchase a very large coordinate measuring machine will allow us to do automated, precise measurements on critical machine components that otherwise we would have to send out of house and be beholden to other people's schedule and quality. Having these matching funds allows us to bring this equipment in-house and control our own destiny, as well as facilitate continued growth. We see growth in our industry with investments like this potentially allowing us to double in size again in the next 3 to 5 years, with maybe 30 to 40 people hired this year in good careers. So we're excited to receive this this grant, these matching funds. We're working on the purchase order to get this equipment in place in the next, I think, 4 to 6 weeks. So, thank you.
Thank you, Eric. What a great story of growth. Could we get another round of applause for Cepeda? Wonderful. Thanks for partnering. Thanks for being a partner. That wraps up the formal part of our program, but I do encourage you, as Dr. Schatzel said, to stick around. You'll miss it. You'll want to see these demonstrations. So they're going to be happy to hear you. Check out our students, check out what they can do, and we appreciate you being here today. Thank you.